Yeah, my name is Councillor Keith Girling. I'm the Deputy Leader of the Lincolnshire District Council. Well, what's basically happened over the last few weeks since the full council meeting, I've been getting quite a lot of representation from protesters in terms of this land here, and I've been talking to the landowner to see if there's some sort of compromise that we could come up with as a council and the landowner. And you know, before I say what the result of that is, I just want to thank those people that have demonstrated and protested well and peacefully and actually with some dignity. Yeah, actually the ones that haven't should be ashamed of themselves, and actually some of the emails I've received are vile, and when I've been working in the background listening to what the decent protesters are saying, trying to resolve something, it's not gone down well. So I just want to make that statement because I think it's been appalling. People need to look in the mirror. Actually, what's happened then, probably about less than an hour ago, we've had another offer from Dan Derry. He sent me a sort of a statement saying the fact that he realises what's going on, he's all for the environment, and he said that actually, if he's all for the environment, then he's got to put his money where his mouth is, and this is part of him doing that. And I really appreciate the fact that he's listened to my concerns, and we've come up to a solution. I can't tell you what that is yet. It's got to go through solicitors, and because the decision to do the car park was made via the full council, then the offer has got to go back to full council because they need to make the decision whether or not they'll accept it. Okay, so they don't even know what the deal is yet. There's about 3 of us that do. Okay, so we've got to go through our democratic process to do that. We're going to have an extraordinary full council meeting, so it's going to be brought forward as soon as we can actually get it together through our constitutional hours, and then we'll be able to debate what the offer is and make a decision. From a personal point of view, I know which way I'm going to vote. I'm in favour of it, and I think Mr Derry's been very generous. There still is a cost to the council, yeah, but actually from my point of view, the people have spoken and we'll listen to them.
So the trees have been saved?
Well, the trees have been saved, provided that when the offer goes to the full council say they'll accept the offer. That's entirely up to them. I can't make that decision, but what I am doing is halting any work on the site until such time as we've had the full council meeting and the decision's been made. So the site is safe until then, yeah, and then I'm sure these young people here that's been protesting will be on that full council meeting, and so they'll know the results straight away, and hopefully be a positive one.
But as far as what you can say, it would keep this as an open space and the trees would remain?
Yes. Yeah.
If the full council agrees.
If the full council agree, that's what will happen.
But there has to be a financial compensation to
well, there's the financial hit that both Mr Derry takes, quite a substantial hit that Mr Derry has taken, and there's a substantial hit that we are taking as a council, and then we've got to now look at what services or what projects we have in the future that we're going to have to look at differently because of the less funding to do it.
But not the 600,000 you were worried taxpayers?
No, it won't, because of Mr Derry's generosity, it won't be that much.
So a total U-turn because of this protest? It's
not a U-turn, it's listening to people. I've listened to them. I've had hundreds and hundreds of emails, and you can say it's a U-turn. I like trees, believe it or not. If you saw some of the emails I get, you think I hate trees. No, I don't. I like open spaces. We're a green flag award-winning council on all of our parks. We really appreciate the land that we've got. So, it's not a U-turn. We've listened to what people have said. We've put something in place now that if it goes through full council and is agreed, then it will save this space.
Thanks to the people that have protested?
Oh, absolutely. The ones that have protested in the right way.
How close were we to the trees actually being felled?
Very close.
Okay, so
very close.
Days.
So this was a last-minute offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just ask you as well about, you've talked about land ownership.
Yeah.
The district council on the notices, the legal notices that have been served on protesters, they say that the district council is the landowner, yet you've just referred to Dan Derry being the landowner.
Yeah,
well, those
he's the
notices...
overall, it's on a lease, so when you lease land, you're the landowner in terms of what you do on it, so we don't give permission to do things like make the car park and put trees down because it's our land in that terms, but actually it belongs to, because it's been handed back to Mr. Derry after 25 years.
What I'm getting at is, were those notices actually, could they have been enforced legally?
My understanding is yes, because it went through our legal department and it was written out by our legal department, so that it did cover that. Yeah.
So you're satisfied that everything that's been done has been legal?
There's a lot of nonsense on Facebook about.
It's not.
No, it is about them being illegal. They're not illegal. They've been through our legal services to be checked that they're accurate, and they are.
So would you have had to have gone to Dan Derry for permission in order to, on his behalf, kind of enforce that notice?
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Is there
I mean, put it in perspective, this went up because when we came on site to do an ecological survey, some protesters weren't behaving properly and put the ecologists where he felt uncomfortable to the point where the police advised he left. Yeah, the police advised he left. And our staff, who actually deal with antisocial behaviour and things, they felt sort of under pressure as well from the people here. Now, most people have been absolutely fantastic and they've behaved, that's great. So we have had to put this up and those notices up because as a landowner, as far as the lease is concerned, we have things that we need to do. Yeah, and if you get in the way of staff going about their lawful business, that's not right.
Did it need to come to this point where we've had people sleeping out overnight in November to come to this resolution?
Well, of course it did, Dan, because until you get a deal that you can actually accept that's suitable for both parties, then yes, of course it is. It's not ideal. I don't want people sleeping out under a tree. I want them at home and being nice and warm. But at the end of the day, I couldn't say, "Oh, don't bother camping out there," because one, they wouldn't believe me if I said nothing's going to happen. So they wouldn't believe me anyway. So we've had to go through a process, and we've responded to how things have happened.
Okay. And what will happen to the site now? Does the fencing come down? Is it open again to?
Look, people have said they love this space, haven't they? So I'd hope, if it goes through full council, the people that love this space will become friends of this space, keep it, maintain it, and use it like they say it always was and always will be. And that would be great. It'd be a piece of land that is used. Yeah.
But does the fencing come down now, or does it need to wait
until? The fencing will come down after the full council meeting, because obviously I can't predict how councils are going to vote. Okay. So if they voted to say no, we still want the car park, then the fencing's up.
Yeah.
If they say no, we're happy with the deal, fencing's down, and happy days for everybody, and you just move on and carry on. But I hope to see people using this space in the future as much as they have been since they were saying we'll put a car park in.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay.